In this video, I'm going to give you a couple of tips on something that I'm not a really big fan of, but that is recovery. A lot of times I like to just run and not think about giving my body time to rest. And well, these are some things that I try to do to help make that process a little bit less annoying. If you enjoy this video, feel free to hit the like button, and if you haven't yet, feel free to subscribe to stay up to date on all the videos that I post on this channel. Yeah, and with that, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. Today I didn't run at all, and it's mostly just because I was out late last night and I got home. I literally slept, I think it was like 3 hours, and on my Garmin watch, actually, it tells me what my sleep score was, and it does anyway, it tracks me while I'm sleeping, and normally I'm sitting around like a 90-ish, I sleep pretty well. But yesterday, my sleep score, I don't think it's ever been this low, but it was in the 20s. All that being said, ice bath was great. Didn't run today. I walked though. If I'm being completely honest, a lot of times I'll sit and play video games. One, because it's fun, but two, also if you getting off your feet helps recovery and everything else, and that's the excuse that I use. But in all seriousness, having just being able to stay off your feet, whether it's sitting down working at a desk or something else, not standing on them when you're trying to recover, really does help. Especially when you're training for marathons or something a little more intense. Yeah, getting off your feet really helps a lot. And when when I'm not actively trying to do that, I definitely notice a difference. Mostly in fatigue in my legs, and then eventually injury if you ignore it long enough. But yeah, all that being said, that's the excuse I use to play video games, but there is some there's some reason for it besides yeah. This is an old Civil War battleground. It's actually in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and Savannah and I have actually been in the hospital because my dad had a procedure, and that's where we've been for the past couple of days. All that being said, I haven't been able to run or train much, and it's okay, like I said, but right now we're taking the opportunity to just walk around these trails. It's like a whole trail system and everything, to get some exercise and to get honestly some sunlight. Everything's fine with my dad. It's just a procedure that needed to be done, and right now we're sleeping, so we've got lunch and now we're doing this. A couple of minutes ago in this video, I actually talked about the slides that I use the recovery slides that I use for when I'm recovering from runs. And I'm actually not wearing them today because I found that I can't wear them all the time. I don't know if it's just me or not, but if I wear them too much, then my hips kind of get wonky, and something just doesn't feel right. So I need to use them. I found if I use them 2 or 3 days a week, especially after long runs, then that's when I get the most benefit out of the slides. And considering this video is kind of about rest days and trying to do things and be proactive about just making sure that you're ready to run when you have training days and stuff like that, I felt like I should probably mention that. I also did ice bath today, and it was great. I didn't want to, but it's crazy just how well it actually works. Aches and pains and stuff they just go away, which yeah, anyway, I felt like I should just mention that. And also, when I'm on walks and stuff, I try to walk on non-paved roads, meaning that I try not to walk on sidewalks or asphalt. I try to walk on dirt paths or stuff like that, which is tricky where Savannah and I live in Nashville. But yeah, anyway, I don't think I've ever actually said this on this vlog, but I actually started my running, like actually getting back into running when we moved down to Tennessee from Virginia, in Murfreesboro. Savannah and I used to live here for a short time. It was like a year, so in perspective, it wasn't that long for us being in Tennessee. Anyway, yeah, I used to run in Murfreesboro a lot, and honestly, it was great. The trails have always been super nice, and there's a lot of them, more than you would think. And whenever we come to Murfreesboro, I do miss being able to run on trails like this, where it's just different. So I don't know if I like the trails here more than Nashville, or if it's just because these are different and I'm just really used to running the trails in Nashville because they're great trails. You know, this week I had like intentions on training like a normal training week, and everything about this, just everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and I wasn't able to run. But something that I learned, and I wish I would have learned a lot sooner when I just running and everything, is life is going to get in the way, and you're not going to always be able to dedicate the amount of time that you want to things, or the amount of effort, depending on if you're injured or not, or like if you're traveling or anything like that. The only thing you can control is like dedicating some kind of activity to help benefit you in the long run with running, whether it's going for a walk or stretching or just taking the day to rest and try to be off your feet. One thing that I have noticed with running is it definitely consumes it becomes almost a lifestyle, and I don't think it's intentional. I just think it's a byproduct of like actually taking this seriously and preventing injury and being smart about how and when and how often you train and go for runs and everything else. Something I wish I would have known before I started running, but anyway. All right, I don't know exactly where we are. There's currently 3 different paths that we could go down. We came from that one, I think. It's a great day outside though. I kind of wish that I was running, but again, at least I'm outside getting some sunlight. If you haven't ran yet today, and you should go run if you can and you have the opportunity. Go for 10 miles today. Feels great. I think I should be able to do it. You know the saying, if you don't use it, you lose it? Running, that's running summed up. I haven't been running a lot, and if I'm being completely honest, I'm struggling right now, which is fine. I'm struggling right now. I'm not even 3 miles in, and 10 miles is sounding like a lot. It's fine. Oh man, I'm 4 miles in, just about 4 miles in. Meaning I have 1 mile left until I turn around. It's been rocky. That's probably a good word to use for the run so far. Heart rate's higher than it should be, but again, I haven't ran in a few days, or honestly, almost a week. Maybe not quite a week. Anyway, and because of that, that's probably why it's fine. I was expecting it to be higher than normal. Yeah. I'm so glad to be out here though. It feels great. And yeah, 1 mile left, and then we'll turn around and finish this thing out. Right now I'm walking downhill, which is nice, and yeah, I'm not thinking about the fact that I'll have to go uphill on the way back, but yeah, it's going great. All right, 5 miles in, meaning I'm turned around. Now I don't have an option to run 10 miles. Like before, I had an option to shorten it. Now, if I want to get home, it's gonna be 10 miles, which is why I like running out and back. I don't like running circles, because towards the end I tend to get lazy and I don't want to do it anymore. But now, this forces me to, anyway. Run's going great. I'm having a little Midway applesauce, and then we'll finish this thing out. I kind of wish I ran earlier. Right now it's like 10 o'clock, so it's starting to warm up a little bit. But during the springtime is like kind of like the transition of having to wait to run. Now like I can run when it's dark, which honestly I kind of like a little bit more. I hope this shows up on camera, but this is kind of crazy. So recently there was a couple of spots where it flooded really bad in Nashville, and this is one of them. So before, if you can see right here, this is all like gravel and soot from the river just beyond those trees. And before this, it was like leaves, and honestly, it was a lot steeper, but the water kind of leveled it out. I don't know if you can tell on camera just how flat that is. This used to be like almost like kind of like a cliff. Now it's like, it looks like a beach. It's kind of crazy. There are rocks over there too, and it just kind of washed it away. Insane. The rest of the run, I didn't film anything, mostly just because I wanted to get it over with, but it went well. And with that, I think I'm going to end the video here. I hope you did enjoy this video, and again, if you have any other tips, feel free to leave them down in the comment section, and with that, I will see you guys in the next video.